Hi, this is Katherine Marie, and you're listening to Long COVID Real Talk podcast. I wanted to do a little update because I was really surprised that I had a pretty bad flare. I think I'm on day 4, so it's starting to get better. But I remember the first day I wanted to do a recording of it because I wanted to show what it was like, but my eyes were like, they couldn't see light. They couldn't look at a screen. I felt like I was like kind of spinning, and I had to put, sorry, I'm forgetting my words. I had to put earplugs in my ears and turn off all the lights so that it didn't, it's like this terrible feeling like you're writhing in pain, but it's like it's a different kind of pain. It's also psychological pain because you just start thinking like, oh my God, this is never going to stop. I'm never going to live a normal life. I'm going to always have this horrible thing that keeps happening to me. So I should tell you what brought it on. I had a great interview. And then the next day, someone from my old job called, and I've been trying to buy back my vacation days. So you can do that when you are in workers' comp, apparently. So that's what I've been trying to do for now about almost 2 years. And it's government. Every time I fill out the forms, something is wrong. And it's nothing that is significant. It's just because they don't want to do their job, because it's a lot of work to do, 300 to 400 hours of leave buyback. So, and there are all these forms. And so my old job called and they wanted to go over it with me because they're filling out the forms again, because I was just denied based on, I think one date was wrong on a form. So I was trying to remember what I had done, where my leave numbers were, like where I can't even remember, because at this point I started the process in August of 2023. I don't have the papers with me anymore about I don't remember where I wrote all my notes about what days I was off or whatever. And I don't have access to the leave calendar anymore for my old job. And it's just, they were asking me questions and I was just like, I started to get like, couldn't talk. I couldn't think. I couldn't separate the words as they were saying them to understand what they were. And then right at that moment, I realized that my therapy appointment was supposed to be right then when they were calling. So my therapist is texting me and emailing me, and I'm trying to talk to my old job about buying back my vacation days that I used all up for COVID. So I was trying, but I couldn't remember her name. She's been my therapist for 6 years, maybe 7 years, and I couldn't remember her name. And I was like, how do I get a hold of her? And then thankfully she texted me and emailed me and all that. So then I was like typing, but it didn't make much sense. There were all these typos, and I just was like barely able to function just sitting there. And then the doorbell rang, and it was the mail carrier, and I was handed a certified letter that I opened, and it said that I was denied disability retirement. Everything that I've been trying to do has been denied since the beginning. And I think it just was kind of all at once, and my brain shut down at that point. I could not even talk or whatever. And I remember thinking, like, I need to do an episode on this. And I just thought, oh my God, I can't even think of words to say. Like, I don't know how I would talk because I don't know what to, like, I don't remember what the words are. And I had this headache coming right here. And then as soon as I got off the phone with my old job, I just went to bed with earplugs and turned off all the lights, and I just sobbed. I I just I sobbed, I shook, I was writhing, I was hyperventilating. I was like, my body was just freaking the F out. And I couldn't even, like I said before, I couldn't even look at the face of my phone to try to record something. And I think if I had tried to, it would have just been me trying to talk, but not being able to talk and like find words. So I have, so it's been, several days now where I've just slept all day. I think yesterday I slept for almost 20 of the 24 hours in the day. And it just blows me away. It feels like one step forward and four steps back. I had to cancel the interviews for this week because I realized, oh, okay, I can only do one interview a week. I can't, it's like my brain cannot process doing more than one. And I just like, even talking about it, my brain is starting to hurt. What was I going to say? Well, yeah. So, as far as going on from here, I have a lawyer that I'm going to meet with, that they've been my lawyer since the beginning when I was applying for disability retirement. So we have a meeting next week to go over what we're going to do for the appeal process or reconsideration process or whatever it's called. I'm working with my old job to try to buy back my vacation days. So when I separate and I'm no longer an employee there, then I can have that given back to me as cash. I also found out during the phone call, I forgot about this, that the person who I was talking to told me that my old boss had reached out to her and was working on getting me removed, which I mean, of course, I didn't expect to be on, like, considered an employee if I am not able to work. So I'm able to stay on workers' comp for now, but now I'm going to be removed from my job, like officially, which feels really bad because I really liked my job and I was really proud of myself for not only like bringing in good money, but working really hard and making a difference. It just kills me that I haven't been able to work and I still can't work. And it's just like my brain is just like spinning and spinning, just thinking about that. And also just finding out that they're actively taking me, like removing me as an employee is just, it just sucks. Like I really, really, really like my job, like a lot. I really liked the patients and my coworkers, and it just makes me so sad that, I mean, I'm trying to look at the bright side, right? I'm trying to think about, I get to spend more time with my daughter, time that I wouldn't be able to spend with her otherwise because I would be too busy working. It's really frustrating when I have a few good days and I start to feel like I can do things, and then I just tumble backwards and I'm completely out of it for a few days. So I think that everything, I'm trying to think, it's been so hard to think lately about all of these things because there are just so many pieces. The other thing is, if they take me off of, like, if they have me not be an employee anymore, then I'm pretty sure that means that the public service loan forgiveness program, that it'll stop counting for that. And I only have, I think it's either 6, 9, or 11 months, depending on how you count them up. And I thought I was going to make it, and now I'm not sure if I'm going to make it. I don't know. So I'm just I basically feel like every single way that I've tried to protect my family from this, like financially, is not working anymore. And thank God I'm still on workers' comp, right? That's good. I'm grateful for it, but they're constantly sending you stuff and trying to get you to do vocational rehabilitation. And then I've heard if they do that and you don't go, then they just take money away from what they're giving you and stuff. It's just all these different things they do. And that's why I want to stay on it for as little as possible and just retire. But now my retirement was denied and I don't really know what to do. Like, I'm just feeling really bummed out. And when I was in my bed, I went to a really dark place, and I know you all know exactly what I'm talking about. It's like, I don't know, you're just like, I want this to end. No matter, like, you just want it has to end. I just can't do this anymore, you know? So I'm not suicidal or anything like that, but I just felt like that really dark place again. And yeah, I don't know if I did a good job of explaining everything, but basically every single thing that I'm trying to do to protect my family financially and myself for having long COVID, trying to give myself a parachute, every single thing has been denied. And so now I'm in the appeals process or trying again for every single thing. And it's just so exhausting. It's just so exhausting. So I'm going to go back to bed, but thank you for listening. And let me know if you have also gone one step forward and four steps back. And hopefully if you've had that happen and you're hearing me talk about it, it makes you feel better. That's the intent behind saying all these things or telling you all these things. So, okay. Thanks for listening, and we'll talk again real soon. Okay, take care.